Hello Scorpio, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your August Tarot General Forecast reading. Thank you so much for stopping by. And thank you to those that have liked and subscribed to my channel so far as well. Very much appreciate it. So, as always, this is a generalised reading, so some of the messages may resonate with you and some of them may not. Those that do resonate with you, the first thing that comes to your mind is what it's telling you to focus on first of all, okay? If you just excuse me for a few minutes, I'm going to channel in for your reading. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'll split the deck into three. Okay, just bear with me. So a card came out whilst I was shuffling. We have the Queen of Coins. Okay, so this has come out as an external message. So the Queen of Coins can be an earth sign individual of a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn person. And the Queens are usually, they're very secure and settled within themselves, okay? The Queen of Coins are very motherly individuals as well. Very grounded and very nurturing. So I feel like this is very much about grounding one's energy and feeling. Now this can relate to your energy as well. So this could be you or someone around you. Maybe feeling quite fertile in some way. So the Queen of Coins also, I feel like I just feel like a job's just come to my mind as well. So maybe some of you have just I'm feeling like some of you may have just been promoted. I'm going to play a reading, we'll see what comes out with it. The Queen of Coins, I do see, because you know they are individuals that kind of work within money and within the monetary terms as well. Okay, so it's anything to kind of to relate to your material world. Okay, so this could be anything to do for the family home, education, work, that kind of thing. So this could be a work colleague as well, or a friend, or a family member. So I'm pulling a 10 card Celtic cross, and for those of you that are not familiar with the spread, I will show you cards individually. Okay, interesting. Okay. So, Scorpio, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Coins. Fantastic. So, I feel like this is something to do with work, in the sense where, you know, the Ace of Coins, it's all about new beginnings. And this is your overall energy for the month of August, okay? So, this is a successful card. It's abundance, okay? It's like financial abundance, it's success, it's a spark of something new in terms of your work or education. So if some of you, you know, might be receiving some news, we don't have the pages here, but a lot of time this can be someone who's just received some money news. So it could be an inheritance, or maybe some kind of competition that someone may have won, but it's like a windfall, okay? The Ace of Coins is a windfall. You know, it's a money card. It is a money card. So some of you that are waiting on some news, or some of you may have just come into some kind of money, okay? But this is your overall energy for the month of August, so I feel like it's going to be a money month for most of you, okay? Or some of you are dealing with the area of that. So it ties quite well in here with the Queen of Coins. So again, if some of you have just been promoted in some way, because I'm seeing movement in the reading. I'll go through your cards individually and we can look at the story, okay? So in your recent past, you've got the Nine of Cups. The position of the South, we have High Priestess. What's crowning you, what you know to be true, we have the Tower card. What's crossing you in your challenge, we have the Devil. What's underlying and what's hidden, we have the Faith card, also known as Hierophant in other decks. In your up and coming future, we have the Eight of Cups. The position of the self, we've got 10 of Wands. Your environment, we have you, Scorpio, which is the Queen of Cups. In your hopes and your fears, we have the King of Swords. And as your outcome card, we have the Four of Coins. Okay, so some of you, I feel like, now we opened up with like 4 Major Arcana cards. So I feel like at this present time, where you are at the minute, you know, it's very full on. And I feel like this could be something that you've wished for, okay? Because we've got the wish card here, the 9 of Cups in your recent past. So for some of you, this could have been something that you've been wanting, and it's just come into play now. And whatever that is has kind of shook the foundations, because we have the Tower card here. And the Tower card, and this is what's crowning you. When the Tower card comes in, it comes in, it shakes your foundation. It kind of knocks a lot of things down in order to rebuild them back up again. Now, with the 9 of Cups being in your recent past, you know, this is talking about reaching a particular stage within one's life that's been emotionally fulfilling, because the 9s speak to perfection, okay? So this is the perfecting stage where one has been emotionally fulfilled and successful in an area of their life. And again, it does relate to the 9 of Cups, and with this illustration, you know, this is very much like, you know, basking in the fruits of their labour. But most of the cups, you can see the big cup here is filled, and I feel like it's been a very fruitful kind of endeavour, which this can apply to any area of your life, okay? But I feel like something has maybe come to a completion, because the 9 is one step away from completing. But I'm feeling that this is something that you've been wanting, because with this being right before all of this huge line of Major Arcanas, which talks about big shake-up, okay, huge shake-up. So I feel like some of your wishes have come in, okay. I do feel like this is something that's been asked for, definitely, because with the 9 of Cups being here. And it's interesting because you would think that after this, you would then get the 9 of Cups, as to say, yeah, I got what I asked for. But because this has come before, so some of this might not have yet come into play yet. So if some of you are at a stage where you've been wanting and wishing and waiting for something, brace yourself, because it might just come in the month of August, okay? It does seem to show that there's things coming in that one may have wanted. So what's crowning you? And again, sorry, just going back to the Ace of Coins, if this has been something to do with business or finances or something like that, I do see that there's going to be a huge shake-up within that area, okay? And whatever it will be, it will bring you abundance. So, yeah, what's crowning you with the Tower card? Okay, so I've just explained a little bit about the Tower. The Tower is a card that when things are not moving and things are not changing, that should have been changed. For example, you might have been toying with an idea of moving job, and you may have been procrastinating over it, and you might have thought, okay, I feel like I'm ready to move on, I want something different. And 2 years later, you're still in the same job. And what happens is the Tower comes in and just decides for you and kind of strips everything away, where it's slightly out of your control, okay, but it's something that you've manifested. You've manifested this. So the Tower is got to a point where it's like, you know, I can't hold these foundations anymore. I can't keep supporting this anymore. It's going to come down. And that's what happens. The Tower then will come down and will have to be rebuilt again. So that's what's happening in a certain area of one's life. So if you're feeling like that with work, and you've been, I don't know, toying with the idea for 2 to 5 years or however long, the Tower might come in and just decide for you that, okay, things are going to start moving now because I can't handle this anymore. So the High Priestess is in the position of the Self. So again, this I feel like is a bit of a warning, is to say that if one doesn't kind of listen to their own intuition and their inner self, that the Tower will come in and will just disrupt some foundations and will decide for you. So I feel like you've got the support of the High Priestess here that can give you the information and knowledge that you need. And, you know, and this is a very, the High Priestess talks to, inner knowledge, wisdom, going with what you know. And, Scorpio, you are a very intuitive sign. So you should kind of know this information already. You should know what feels right, and you should know what doesn't feel right. So it's asking you to kind of tap into your own inner knowledge here and go with the information that you already know. So what's challenging you is the Devil card. Okay, so because you have 2 cards within your reading that talk about letting go, and the Devil card in the position of a challenging position, and you've got the 4 of Coins as your outcome. So this is very much advising to release something. Okay, he's holding Pentacles as well, so this could be something to do within the work environment. So the Devil card, with it being in the position of your challenge and what's crossing the High Priestess, I feel like for some of you, okay, this is being crossed by the High Priestess. So some of you might not be able to reach your High Priestess because you're still holding on to something. Okay, and maybe the High Priestess is, he was waiting to be tuned into, but again is stuck because the Devil's crossing it. And when that happens, we cannot seem to reach our High Priestess because we've got so many other things that we're kind of focusing on, and that are holding us back from connecting with the truth. Okay, so when the Devil comes in as your crossing card, and your challenge position, again, this could be what the Queen of Coins is representing, because the Queen of Coins can relate to, this is a Capricorn card as well, and we do have the Queen of Coins here, so you might be dealing with a Capricorn or a Taurus as well, because Taurus is, I sometimes see this card as a Taurus card as well, so you might be dealing with either of those 2 individuals. So the Devil card, with it being in your challenge position, again, I feel like because the Tower's crossing you here, that it's like if you don't let go, something else will do it for you. Okay, and that's the message from the High Priestess. Okay, I feel like that's coming in from the High Priestess to say, look, I'm here to say that if you don't mind sort this out, then the Tower's going to sort it out as well. And with what's underlying you have the Faith card, so I feel like it is asking you to have a bit of faith in the situation or the matter that you might be dealing with. This can apply to any area of your life. So some of you might be feeling, you might not be able to let go of a job that you've been in for so long. And again, it relates to your material world. So it could be anything from, I don't know, maybe some clothing that you cannot seem to part with. It could be some clothing that you cannot part with, and you're struggling to have a massive clear out. Just something along them lines. It doesn't have to be something huge and significant, but it can be something as small as just kind of having a spring clean as well. But I cannot ignore the fact that we've got this line here of all these major arcana cards, which all kind of link in with each other. Because the Faith card does talk to the Hierophant as well, which talks about institutions, corporations, churches, establishments, all that kind of stuff. So some of you are dealing with those kind of services, so to speak. This could be asking you to This is interesting because when we do have the High Priestess and the Faith card together, I feel like it could be something to do with your faith. Okay, something maybe at quite a deep level within. Okay, so this might not be necessarily have to be with anything that's in the physical realm. This could be something that's going on. That could be something quite deep within you. Okay, but just have faith. Okay, just trust in yourself, trust in the situation, trust the High Priestess. Okay, because this person knows. She knows. Okay, and the challenge being is that you've been able to let go of something. I do see though that, you've got another card here of letting go. I do see that you're wanting to move forward. Okay, this is in your near future. So either you do walk away, you do leave things behind, or this is advising you again that this is something that you're having to do because this is in your near future. And in the position of yourself, we've got the Ten of Wands, which talks about releasing a burden. Okay, now your 10 is a completion. It does talk to completion, the 10s. But I feel like this has been some heavy burden that you've been carrying and lifting, especially here with the Devil here. This has been something that's been weighing quite heavily for quite some time. And I feel like for a lot of you, maybe you've just not been trusting your intuition or trusting your inner guidance and your inner knowledge, okay? And maybe you have, and you've just found it a challenge just to release it and let it go. But with this being in the position of yourself, I still feel like you are very burdened with something. I feel like you're very burdened. I feel like you're still carrying a load. And I see that you're doing this. You're continuing to do this, and I don't feel like I almost feel like you're not ready, okay? It's like you know that you have to, but you're not ready to. It's like you're refusing to put the wands down. You're refusing to put them down. You're refusing to move on. Even though this is something that you probably wanted, you're refusing to do it, okay? Even though it will bring you abundance and success, you're still letting this kind of keep a hold of you. And it's covering the High Priestess, so, you know, it's like your High Priestess cannot get out. And I just feel like what it's asking you to do is, look, if you just have faith in the situation, if you just have faith in the matter, and put down your burden and release your burden, your 10 of Wands, you know, it will lead you to your Ace of Coins. It'll lead you to your Ace of Coins. Okay, if that is what you're wanting, if you're wanting to start up a new business, to start a new project or something like that, or you're expecting something to come in that's going to be abundant in the monetary terms, okay, I do see that it is here. It's here for the taking, okay. But a lot of the time, you know, we can't let things don't come into us until we let things go, okay. It's a natural cycle. We have to be able to release things in order to other things come into us. So yeah, in your environment, well, in the near future, again, we have the Eight of Cups, so I'll just reflect back to it. I do see that, you know, this is a card about moving on. This is a card about walking away and leaving things behind. When I see this card, it's a little bit different illustration than the other Rider-Waite decks. And for those of you that are interested, this is the Gateway to the Divine Tarot, okay? So the Eight of Cups is an individual that has filled their 8 cups and has now gone in search for their last 2 cups. And the Two of Cups, it's not coming up within your reading, but that's the way I see this card. I always see that this isn't necessarily just walking away and leaving something behind. I feel like this is a person who's gone in search for something, who's going to search for the last 2 cups, which will complete the 10 of Cups scenario, which is the happy home, and the you know, it's the family card. And this is what's coming up in your near future. But until this Devil situation has been challenged and faced with, you know, the Tower's still yet to come in here, which might then, I don't want to say force you, but the Tower card is an enforcement. Okay, it is an enforcement card. The Tower enforces things to happen. Okay, so whether you like it or not, things are gonna push you into a position where you're gonna have to move forward. And it's asking you again, have you put your wands down, or the Tower will? So again, the Queen of Cups within your environment. We do have the 2 Queens here as well, so you could be dealing with another individual. I do see these characters are very motherly individuals, very nurturing, very caring, very sensitive. The Queen of Cups is a very sensitive individual, very intuitive, very intellectual. You know, whenever, you know, if it's a water sign that you're dealing with, so this could be a Cancer person, a Pisces, or another Scorpio person as well, within your environment. This could be advising you to just keep being yourself, okay? Remain grounded in who you are, because the Queen of Coins talks about grounding, okay? Is maybe taking on the energy of the Queen of Wands and just be a little bit more grounded, but stay true to who you are, stay true to yourself as well, because you're going to need your Queen of Coins when you're dealing with your High Priestess, okay? Because you're going to need to be able to tap into that energy of yours. And the Queen of Coins could be asking if there might be individuals within your environment to maybe seek advice from, or seek advice. They might be wanting to seek advice from you. But I feel this is very much to do with you. This is very much your energy that I feel like I'm picking up with this. So this could be, say, just staying true to who you are. Keep going about your way within your environment. Or maybe reach out to someone of this nature within your environment if you are struggling with some of these energies. Because they're fantastic people at giving advice. Okay, the Queen of Cups. The great listeners. The great being very supportive. And giving fantastic advice as well. So it could be wise to seek a person of this out. This could be a Queen of Coins that's coming to you to seek an advice as well. Again, I mean, this energy might not necessarily even just be you, Scorpio. This could be relating to a Queen of Coins individual. Okay, so this could be relating to a person within your environment, because this did come out as an external message. So maybe this is what's happening around your environment, because you're in the position of your environment. So this could be happening around you. Okay, and it could be this person that's dealing with all these energies. Okay, but however this might relate to you. So you do have another court card in your reading, and we have the King of Swords in your hopes and fears. So the King of Swords is he's like a father figure, but now they're air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, okay, and they're very intelligent people. The King of Swords, very, very direct, can be very cold at times. This isn't to say anything harsh about the swords and their nature. It's just they're very kind of direct in their way of doing things. Not like the Queen of Coins, Queen of Cups, where you might tend to think about how a person might feel with what you might say. A King of Swords won't really tend to take that into account. They'll just say it, and they'll just deliver it in a manner where it doesn't really matter how it affects someone, because to them it's just saying it as it is, basically. And the King of Swords can be a boss. This could be a business partnership. This could be a friend, family member. But people of this nature are usually in positions of being a boss, or someone who might run business, someone who is a tutor maybe, or a teacher. Okay, this could be a father as well. Could be a father or a grandfather. And with it being your hopes and your fears, I feel like maybe this could be someone you're up against. Okay, I feel like this could be someone that you're up against and who's challenging you, maybe for a position in work or something like that. Because whenever I see a court card come up in your hopes and fears, I always question, why are they in a hope and fear? Like, you'd only fear this person if, they've kind of had something over you, like leverage in some way. Maybe they do, but, we don't manifest fears, we just acknowledge them and let them go. So the hope card here could be that maybe you're wanting to go into business partnership with someone, and maybe you're hoping this person's going to get back to you. Maybe they're going to say yes. Maybe you want them to release you for something. This could be something as small as just wanting someone to be an ally in terms of a reference for you as well, for a new position. So you might be hoping that they will stand by your side. You might be hoping that they will, defend you when it comes to matters. So do you see the King of Swords here is holding a sword and being guarded, so you might be hoping that this person might come to your defence as well. And again, the fear could be is you hope that they don't challenge you and they hope you don't take you on, because Queen of Cups, if you are being the King of Cups as well, then, I can see this, it can be, the kings battling out with each other. Although I don't see that within the reading. Like I say, when it comes up in your hopes and fears, I do see that this is something to do with working in partnership or going against each other, going up against each other. Okay, so as your outcome, we've got the Four of Coins. I don't really need to say too much more about this because we've talked a lot about it throughout your reading, which talks about letting go, holding on to things too tightly, because that's the Four of Coins, that's what he does. And with it being your outcome card as well, I do feel like you still, even though you've got your Eight of Cups coming up in your near future, with this still being your outcome, I still feel like you're still not moving on. You're not doing what it is that you're telling yourself. Okay, I feel like you're telling yourself this, but you're not taking any action with it. You're not taking any action with it, okay? I feel like you're holding on to something for whatever reason, but just be mindful that the Tower's going to come in. The Tower will come in, and maybe this might already be happening now, or maybe this is what has happened. Maybe the Tower hasn't come in, disrupted everything, and you're struggling to sort of move forward and kind of release some things. Okay, so that could be what it is. So maybe the Tower has already came in, and you're kind of struggling how to handle that energy and how to move forward with it. Okay. But I'm going to leave it there, Scorpio, because we're already passing the time. Yeah, if you have any comments or feedback, please leave it below. I hope you have a fantastic August, and I will see you again soon. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.